Hello, everybody. Welcome. We have a good day today. The API for Wordplay is now officially in beta, so you can go test it out. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. And whether you're a developer or not, in this video, I'm going to show you what the API can do and how you can even test it if you're not a developer. So let's get right into it. So if we go to the documentation, you'll see it right here. You can also get to it by going to your settings, clicking API keys, going to documentation. This shows all of the ways that you can create content. Basically, you can create content with any of these options. So one, you can do it from an idea. So literally you could just put in like your keyword. It's going to go ahead and write the title, the subsections, and the introduction for you, and then use that information to fill out the rest of the article and write all the sections as well. So all you have to do is just give a keyword and then like how many sections you want, and you can give your tone of voice as well in there. Same thing with article from title. Instead of giving the keyword, you just give a title. So make sure to make this, like if you're using this option, make it very descriptive so that the AI knows what your intent is behind the article. You can also use article from title and sections. So you write out which sections you want the article to cover along with the title, and then you could do it with an introduction as well. So we have a few different options there for you. That way you can create content the way you like. And it's all just contingent on how much data you want to give to our API before like we start running our AI process on it. So if you want to do basically no work at all, article from idea is going to be your choice. Now, obviously, the more data that you give to the AI, the better it's going to be on point with what you're actually going for. So the more data, the better. And your article is probably going to fill that intent that you're going for if you get the article more data. So that's it for those four. And then we also have a freestyle one here. So you can basically just write any prompt in here and use Wordplay to create content. So there's all sorts of like chat GPT prompts and stuff like that you can find online. And some of that might actually work within this as well. So if you're finding a lot of different prompts, you kind of want to experiment or try whatever, this is probably the option for you. And we basically just put this in here to provide a lot of flexibility. So like we have a pretty rigid way of creating content in these 4 ways. But if you want to experiment and try something else, the freestyle option is great as well. So now let's get into like how to test this. If you go to settings up here, what you can do is click on API keys, grab your API key, copy it. And what you'll do is go to this page, click authorize. For that value, just put in your API key and click authorize. So that's how you start testing this. That's a pretty important step. Otherwise, it's not going to work when you're trying to test this. So now with freestyle, if we want to try this out, you can see, you can change the prompt here, click execute, and you'll kind of see what this is going to do. You'll see the output here, all the important information. You can also give this to your developer and have them test this out. So for example, if we want to just try an article from a title, go ahead, change the title here. Now, if we want to get an article idea, a great way you can do this is go to answerthepublic.com, type in your main keyword, and you can find some different questions about that topic and start getting some ideas for articles. So let's just check out one of these. Okay, digital marketing for real estate. Let's make an article title around that. All right, so we came up with the title 5 digital marketing strategies for real estate brokers. Let's make the target sections 5 and go ahead and click execute. We could also change the voice if we want to. Now, if you were a developer, you could actually grab this article from the ID, but let's just go check it out in our content. Boom, we have our generated article here, and you can see it in that way. Now, if you're using the API, what you would do is grab this article ID, use this get articles endpoint here, put that ID in, and then you can see, okay, here's what the API response would look like. So hopefully that all makes sense, and that is essentially how it works. Now, the one thing to keep in mind is obviously this affects your usage here. So as you can see, this 1,000-word article was deducted from my words. So if you want to test this out, just make sure that you know that this is affecting your usage. So that covers that. I think one of the coolest things about this API is trying this freestyle API endpoint. You can really do a lot of things just by inputting a prompt. So I'm sure all of you guys have seen all these chat GPT prompts, YouTube videos, Twitter posts, everything. You can use a lot of those prompts in this API and do some really, really interesting things because you can basically tell the AI to do whatever you want. And you can create quite a long prompt and have a very specific thing that this AI can do. That way it fits into your workflow or your app or whatever. So I encourage you to test this freestyle one out. I think that's going to give you a lot of cool features there. And then obviously you'll get everything that already comes with Wordplay here as well. So that's it. And thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.